Last week, for the first time, I learned what likely caused my husband's death. And even though at this point I really don't know how to process all of it, it brought me back to a dream that I feel now is even more important. I had 7 dreams the night of April 11th of 2020, so just over 6 years ago. And I went back to one dream in particular that hit me this week as I'm processing. And I found that as I read through the other 6 dreams, they were so spot on to what my last year has been like that I can't even share them publicly. Like it's extraordinary how all 7 of these dreams played out this year, this first year that I've spent without my husband. And I want to read one in particular to you that really exemplifies this last year of Misty season for me. And what's kind of funny is one of my Misty dreams from my previous Misty season episode is in here. It's the one where Misty and Tim bring their car to my driveway and pull all my junk out of their car and leave it on my driveway, right? And if you remember back to that dream, it was signifying this season, this year now I'm seeing that's misty and I can't see very far is actually being used to pull all kinds of crap out of what my mind, my thinking, my spirit, and it's a good thing. That's going to play into this dream. Before I read it, let me speak to those that are new here. My name is Nicole, and I firmly believe, and I'm going to show you today, how your dreams are decoding your future. I am passionate about helping people learn the symbols in their dreams so that they can decode what their nightlife is telling them to help them through things like grief, ways of healing. So if this is a conversation that you enjoy, please hit the like button and subscribe so that you know when new videos come out and you tell the algorithms that people like you like content like this. Joe is helping me on a project of stairs that are tiled with beautiful, dark, ocean blue stained glass tiles. A movie picture plays an infomercial in my head that shows you how to use this tube of goo and apply it around the grout of the tile, and the tile will lift back up for easy repair. I don't remember the tile looking broken, but the overall impression was that the tile was broken. The stuff works just as advertised, and as I lift the tile up, the entire staircase starts to collapse. I held on for dear life, and people below me prop up the staircase, and I am okay. I knew from very early on this year that this dream represented the death of my husband. What I didn't fully recognize until last week when I got that news, was that it represented much more than just the loss. It represented this entire year of instability. If you look, that staircase was suspended. It was not built into a wall. It is literally suspended in this huge warehouse straight up, and there's nothing, at least that I can see, under it in the dream. Now, I want to talk about this tile. They were beautiful and they were ocean blue. If you've seen previous episodes of mine, if you've been following me for a while, oceans have been a huge part of my dream life since the passing of Aaron. And it is now very significant that this is what that tile was. Now, sometimes tiles can represent portions of your heart. So this narration in my head, if you think about a movie or a TV show, that is generally a portion of your life. It's a season, it's an episode, it's a playing out of a portion of your life. I did not realize, and still to this day can see, that beautiful blue tile that actually went all the way up the stairs. It was just at the very top. So it's like Joe is in the doorway, almost laying down, and he is directing me on how to lift this one piece of tile in my journey. The goo is really important as well. So normally, if you think about having to take out a piece of tile, you sledgehammer it. You go at it really, really hard. Instead, this part of my heart, this part of my journey, this part of my life is being lifted gently with this goo. I just love that it's goo. That makes sense for my life, because there can be goo pretty much anywhere in my life right now. And it's significant that when that tile is lifted up, that's when the staircase falls. Now, just as advertised in the infomercial of my dream, the tile lifts up beautifully, cleanly, easily. But it's in the lifting that portion of my life, of my path, that everything becomes unstable. The entire suspended stairway starts to fall. And even though I don't see them in the dream, I know, as you can see at the end of that dream, I'm being held up by people. The stairwell wasn't secure. And quite honestly, neither was my life at that point. This dream wasn't about a stable footing. This dream was about making it through a very unstable part of my journey. This falling stairwell, which is like representation of my life, this process of my life appearing to fall apart, covers the emotional uncertainty. It covers me not knowing exactly why he's no longer with me. It covers an entire year of the steps I took, suspended in time, through the grief journey. For an entire year, there were pieces of the story that I did not understand. And I have learned that the unknown has a real weight of its own. Now, finally learning at least a large part to what led to his death has brought up memories and emotions and like a new level of grief, a new level of processing that grief. Obviously, grief does not move in a straight line, and there are opportunities that come up that kind of reopen that box and that wound, I guess, to clean it out. But what's so important about this dream, I never hit the ground. I made it through this year of misty instability because people held me up. They carried me emotionally, they carried me practically, they carried me relationally, they carried me spiritually. I think this dream was preparing me for the fact that I was not going to make it through this season alone. Sometimes dreams don't remove pain or prevent collapse or eliminate grief, but they do reveal where our support is and how we're going to make it through that season. And they reveal what's actually holding us together. Sometimes dreams reveal that life will be wobbly and it will feel like you're holding on for dear life, but they remind you that you will be held when it does. And maybe that's what this dream was trying to show me all along. Not that the staircase was stable, but that I would not fall through it alone.